Hello, my name is Rayne, and I'm going to do a tarot reading for a friend. Um, this is for Marco. And let me kind of get settled in here. I've got all my cards. I've got several decks of cards and oracle cards, tarot cards, and whatnot. But I've already kind of been clearing the energy in the room. I'm in my bedroom. It's kind of the middle of the night, so it's a little dark in here, and I don't have like proper lighting, but yes, I am feeling really drawn to this particular deck. This is the Tarot Illuminati, and it's by Eric C. Dune and Kim Huggins, and it's a beautiful deck, based off of the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. So I feel like I'm going to pull some cards from that, and then we'll figure out the oracle, because I like to pull oracle cards as well. Okay, so I'm going to kind of zen out here a little bit. Kind of got some different crystals set up, and ask that my angels and guides be involved in this reading, and that only the proper message come out. So this reading is for Marco, and I'm just going to do, I think I'm probably just going to do 3 cards. We'll see. And there's no particular topic that I'm aware of. Just that this is a general reading. Okay. The way that I do my spreads usually, they vary from person to person. And so it's very intuitive. I just kind of go with the flow and what feels right at the moment. And I've pulled 4 cards. Let's see. And I'll pull them up each individually as I talk about them. But it's kind of a mix here. All right. I'm going to use the Oracle cards, Wisdom of the House of Night by Colette Baron Reed and PC Cast. It's a really beautiful deck. It's got some nice imagery, nice meanings. So this is for Marco. Listening, and it was in reverse. Okay, so let me take a look at what we've got here, just so that I've got a good feel for what's happening here. Because I believe that the cards kind of tell a story. We've pulled the Devil, the Nine of Swords, the 3 of Cups, and the Prince of Swords reversed. Interesting. Okay. I almost feel like sitting backwards so that I can show you the cards. because I'm not really shooting down on the spread. Okay. So first of all, we have the devil. The devil, he's holding on to these chains here. He's got the lovers bound. And these guys here, they're bound. But my understanding is that it's not actually locked. Okay? The devil thinks that he's binding these people for like a greater purpose. Really, like kind of like a dream. Each aspect of this is an aspect of yourself. Okay. You're binding yourself. There's something about this card that is saying that you're holding yourself back. Fear has caused you to bind yourself, okay? A lot of times we look at outside sources as being our captor or whatnot, but this guy is actually binding parts of himself, which has led to the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a card that's about grieving. It's about being sad. Swords are the mind, thoughts, ideas. And so there's been a lot on your mind. And so much so that it's keeping you up at night, perhaps. And but the fact is that none of these swords are actually piercing this person. These are like, this is like being neurotic, thinking about things far too much. Sleepless nights, sadness, overthinking things. Okay. And these cards together the fact that you have been holding yourself back and keeping parts of yourself chained, keeping parts of yourself from being free, is causing this mental anguish. Okay. But interestingly enough, the card that follows is a beautiful card. I mean, very light, very bright. This is the card of celebration. The Three of Cups. You have three women here toasting, and they're celebrating life. And to me, this is showing a story of a movement out of something, okay? There's been a lot of holding back, okay? Self-imposed, even. Regardless, we can blame life all we want for where we are, but ultimately, we hold our own chains, okay? These people here could easily slip out of their chains and kind of walk away. But because that's happened, there's been a grieving period, okay? And grieving is not necessarily a bad thing, okay? Grieving is part of the process. When we grieve, we cleanse ourselves. We, crying, for instance, is a huge release. Grieving is absolutely normal, a normal part of the process. But that's where things have been, okay? But they need to move out of this grieving, okay? Grieving has its place, but don't get stuck in it, okay? But this is the next part of the process, is the celebration. And in the celebrating, this is going to be with people who are in your vicinity, the people who you hold dear to yourself, the people who can celebrate some of the same things. There needs to be a shift in focus, okay? There needs to be a shift from this into this, okay? This is highly important. So the next card is the Prince of Swords. More thought. Well, see, okay, I didn't tell you. Okay, the cups represent emotions, feelings, emotional love, that sort of thing. And so that the celebration is like, you know, from within. It's like a happy feeling, okay? So we've got the mental anguish. We're moving into the celebration of life, the celebration of the things that make you happy, okay? And it's highly important. But then we have this Prince of Cups, or sorry, yeah, Prince of Swords, and he was reversed. Okay, so let me just talk about this prince for a second here. The Prince of Swords, he is incredibly sharp. He is a mover and a shaker. Okay. Sometimes this prince, he goes forward so fast in his mind that it can be a little bit overbearing. I mean, you know, what I'm feeling with this card being in reverse here is that, and being next to the celebratory card, what the cards are saying is that you need to take a moment to step back, okay? You've been overthinking things, okay? It's driving you crazy, you know? I mean, it's keeping you up at night. What needs to happen is a focus on things that make you happy, that fill your heart with gladness and joy. And doing that with people, with other people. I mean, this is, you know, the party. I mean, this is a party here. This is like, yes, you know, embracing the yes and the joy. And this is saying, instead of charging forward with that sword and with those thoughts, relax, okay? Because this is eating up so much of your mind and so much of your thoughts that you just need to relax, okay? Your brain. You absolutely need this. This is imperative. And this doesn't mean to like dull yourself, party till you dull yourself down. This means celebrate, feel that joy, but to just relax your mind, you know? Relax it. You don't have to go forward, take things full on force, you know, with your brain. Yeah, it's time to quiet your mind. It's time. Well, I mean, it's still, see, the thing is when a card is reversed, it still has the energy of the upright position, okay? I mean, there's still movement forward. There's still a lot of thought and a lot of analysis going on, but it's not going to be like, we want the opposite of this, okay? We need this forward movement in your thoughts and your ideas about things to be peaceful and tranquil, as opposed to like, let's go, you know? I mean, there needs to be a slowing in your thoughts. Okay? So this is going to be very healing for you. Okay? And then it needs to move into a very positive thought process. You know, using using your mind in a clear way, but being calm and slow and taking it easy, okay? So that's what I see with those cards. This is the Oracle card. This says listening, okay? Now, it did come up in reverse. So let me just think about this for a minute. And I may read from the book too, because sometimes it brings a little more clarity. And there's a little message on here right next to this girl. She's got a book, okay? She's studying, all right? She's listening, okay? So as a student, you may listen, to your teachers. Okay, this little message here says, darkness does not always equate to evil. Light does not always bring good. It's interesting. Well, there is a call to listen, okay? To perk up your ears. I believe this is saying to still your mind and allow new ideas to come in, okay? And I feel like it's going to come in from an outside source. But you're also going to need to be discerning. I mean, it doesn't mean just like totally open your mind and accept everything as it is. I mean, there's a discerning thing here. I mean, this is saying not all darkness is evil and not all light brings good stuff. I mean, you need to be discerning, but you also need to be open. Be clear. But I think with the calming of your mind that it's going to allow new information to come in that you may not have seen before. Because when we're caught up in our mind and we've got all these really busy thoughts, especially if they're negative, we're really blocking out. We're blocking out the goodness, the what we need. I mean, we're blocking out the message that we absolutely need. And so in clearing your mind and then being open to learning new things, I think some new information is going to come in for you. And that this is going to be incredibly good, incredibly healthy for you in your journey through life. Now, I am going to read the book because I like... What did I do with it? Hello? All right, so the number 23. Gosh, I really want to study up on numerology because it's fascinating. I know that 2 plus 3 is 5, and 5 is the symbol for mankind. Think about the 2 arms, the 2 legs, and the head. But I don't know a lot about numerology, so I can't go into that. But I will read this because it did come in reverse. And I just want to see what they say. And this is from the house of Nyx. Nyx is the goddess of night, okay? Just as it says, evil doesn't always come from darkness. I mean, the goddess of night. And I mean, we need the darkness. In order to see the light, we need the darkness, and vice versa. All right. Drawing this symbol indicates that you're meant to listen to what others are saying and their gestures rather than their words. Interesting. In my house of night, there will be a beautiful girl with skin the color of dark honey who has the gift of poetry. She is able to weave tales with great detail and expression, yet without being obvious or straightforward. Reading between the lines and finding true meaning are what are required right now. Listen and learn. What others don't say is what is most important at this moment. And that's all it says. This does not have a reverse. See, some of the cards do have reversals, but apparently this one does not. All right. You need to listen not to what people are saying, but to their gestures. And that's interesting. So let me look at these cards again and just see if there's any other message coming through. Yes, listening. I'm feeling that, in order to free yourself from this bondage here, because this doesn't look like fun to me, that the grieving process is part of the process. It's part of the process. It's natural. It's normal. And don't get caught up in it. Know that it will pass, but it's going to be turning into this. This is very important for your health, for your mental health, for your emotional well-being, because you deserve happiness. We all deserve to be happy, and we all deserve to feel part of, like we're part of the, like part of a community. I mean, really. And to use your ideas and thoughts. Don't be so hardcore in expressing your thoughts, but to sit back and listen and be discerning, but pay attention to the messages that are coming to you from others, because that's going to aid in the healing, is what I see. I hope that summarized it well, and I hope that that was good for you. Okay. All right, Marco, I've decided to go ahead and pull a card from like one of my favorite decks, because I just think that you deserve just a little bit more. Okay, so this is the Journey of Love Oracle cards, and I really think the imagery is gorgeous. And this is what the outside of them looks like here. I'm kind of just throwing this video together, as you can probably tell, in my bedroom. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these cards for you. They have beautiful messages. So this is for my friend Marco. Contemplation. Let's see. Contemplation. I'm going to contemplate contemplation here. I mean, in your spread, we talked about not overthinking things. I mean, how, there's like been a grieving and overthinking things, and then also then taking time to shift the way that you're thinking about things, and quieting your mind and not being so intense and sharp. Not necessarily that not to, I mean, yes, you should be sharp, but not overthinking things. But contemplation is calling for you to think about things. So I think what it is that you need to be mindful in what you're thinking about. Okay? Contemplate the good things. See, right here, there's this ball of light. And she's in a pose where she's thinking. She may even be daydreaming, but her thoughts are definitely on the positive. Okay? So you need to contemplate what the things are that make you joyful. Okay? Let your mind bring you to where you desire to be, because that's how you'll draw those things to you. Number 69. That's such a pretty picture. 69. Contemplation. Within you there is a question arising. When you get the question, when you get the question right, the answer will be self-evident. But you have to plunge your consciousness deep within to find the right question, to articulate it clearly and understand what it is that you are really asking. That question within you is actually a divine gift of awakening. It is your future awakened. It is your future awakened self waiting to be found and calling to you too. Let the question arise through dreams, dance, meditation, sleep, yoga, time in nature, swimming in the ocean, bathing in an aromatherapy bath, or going to Rico Hot Springs. Or some hot stone massage. Let your mind go to these soft places. Be relaxed in your thinking, okay? And it's good to contemplate. It's just not good to go to a dark place. Like, stay in the positive and contemplate the things. Contemplate the things that you desire for, that you want to draw to you, okay? Because when you think on these things in a positive way, that's how they come to you. Because we are magnetic beings. This oracle brings you an invitation to enter into the mystery of your life and your being and allow the biggest question you can summon to emerge from your heart and be expressed through love. Your question may emerge as clear and shining or soft and yielding, a question with no words, only feeling. Whatever truth emerges, let that be your contemplation. In response to that question, the next step forward will unfold before you, revealed in perfect clarity, perfect timing. This oracle brings you a message from your own divine nature. Come sit with me and breathe. I want to ask you something. I want you to ask me something. Together, there is a conversation that we are to have now, and there will be beautiful accord between us that overflows into all your relationships, bringing more understanding and peace. Yes. Again, finding the clarity without the words, kind of like the listening. Listen, but not with the word. Don't listen to the words. Listen to the actions. Listen to the gestures. And in your contemplating, it's saying the same thing. So I feel like you're going to find some answers to the questions you're asking, but they're without words. That's why it's important to get out in nature. We learn from nature. We learn from the trees, from the grass, from the bees, from everything. Kind of like the American Indians found their lessons. A lot of indigenous tribes learn from nature. And so I think it might be time to take a break. Take a break from the mundane and from the everyday And you need to get into a celebratory state of mind and celebrate the things which cause you joy. And listen, not with your ears, but with your heart. Okay? Because things will become very clear for you at that point.